I'm Nastasha Hardus, and I am excited to introduce Worksman's new podcast, Worksman's Power with an I.
Welcome to Worksman's Power with an I, or Worksman's podcast on women in insolvency and restructuring. I am Nastasha Hardus. I have the good fortune of being a partner of Worksman's attorneys, where I practice restructuring and insolvency law. Worksman's, I'm proud to say, is a preeminent corporate and commercial law firm in South Africa. We deliver unique client experience by partnering with our clients, introducing advisors and experts in other but relevant disciplines, and giving highly specialized attention to each of our clients' matters. We deliver focused solutions and the best possible outcomes for our clients. This disciplined approach has resulted in Worksman's being regarded as one of the most innovative firms in Africa and beyond. Worksman's restructuring and insolvency lawyers provide guidance on strategic decisions and competently advise boards and stakeholders. I am where I am today in no small part due to the continued leadership, mentorship, and support of men in my profession. But since the Harvard Business Review reported that women lead not by adopting the style and habits that have proved successful for men, but by drawing on the skills and attitudes they developed from their shared experience as women, I believe that it is beneficial to understand how other women lead within the space. In this podcast series, I ask different women the same set of questions to distill universal truths and personal learnings. My guest today on Worksman's Power is Worksman's very own Tandiwe Matshebela. She is a director at Worksman's Attorneys. Tandiwe has been integral in the VBS bank matter by running commissions of inquiry in terms of the Insolvency Act and by bringing sequestration applications to recover property misappropriated in the course of what is essentially a sophisticated bank heist. I have witnessed Tandiwe's evolution from a shy candidate attorney to a very assertive and confident lawyer. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this podcast.
Thank you, Nastasha, for the warm welcome.
Tandiwe, my first question to you is as you are sitting there
Yeah.
and noting that this is not your first rodeo on podcasts, what
Mm-hmm.
are you feeling today?
Um, I'm excited about this podcast, and I'm also a bit nervous.
No, no
But more
reason to
than
be nervous.
anything, I'm really excited to be on this platform. I think, yeah, I'm wishing nothing but growth.
Excellent. Well, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You've been at Worksman's, you've come through the ranks,
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting there as a director.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be the pinnacle of success. So, going forward, what does success mean to you, both professionally and personally?
Uh, Obviously, personally and both professionally and personally, there's one thing that is common, and that is achieving my daily goals. As a parent, I have my daily goals. As a partner, I have my daily goals, and also as a lawyer here, I've got my daily goals. So me being able to achieve those in a bigger scheme of things, it contributes to what I term as success.
I think that there is an African saying that I've recently heard where it says, a little by little makes a lot. And what you're saying sounds to me very much as if it aligns with that strategy. Just going step by step, a little by
Mhm.
little, you achieve a lot. Would you say
Yeah,
that that is kind of how you approach both your professional and personal life?
correct. I must add that for me, that is what keeps me happy in this profession, and what keeps me happy personally, because there's a lot happening. There's a lot of distractions, which include currently we're going under stage 6 load shedding. Companies are going down. You and I are in the space where we see companies being liquidated, companies going under rescue. It's not a nice it's not a nice process for the economy. So, there's a lot of things that are happening that can bring you down. So personally, being able to achieve those daily milestones at least gives me a smile to keep me going for the day.
Absolutely. And it gives, I guess, it gives you momentum too, because there you have to celebrate the small wins, however
Correct.
small they may be, in order to generate that momentum.
Yeah. I
So,
think you got the word momentum.
correct. Yeah. Tandiwe, tell me, what do you think is your best quality?
My best quality, I think it's courage and being a bit resilient and
Mm-hmm.
recognizing my I would say my weaknesses
Mm-hmm.
and being authentic about what I can do and what I need to work on and what I am good at as well.
Where does your courage come from?
I think it comes from being in the position of firstly being in the position of being disadvantaged, being
Mm-hmm.
in a position of being supported, being in a position of being encouraged as well. So there's a lot of elements to it, but yeah,
Okay. Who encouraged you?
I think like you said, the the what you said in your introduction is that there is unfortunately men that in this building that contribute towards our our growth as women. They push us every day. So I'd say that the partners at Bergsman's have contributed a lot to the person that I am, and that includes both females and males. Because when I started, I was very shy. I was in my corner. It took someone to come to my little office and be like, "Hey, you can do this." So yeah.
And you, when we prepared for this podcast, you told me a little bit about your background
Hmm.
and your uncle and your mother, and
Hmm.
that they were the people that encouraged you first as you were growing up as a child, before you even knew that you wanted to be a lawyer. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
I think that obviously, like I said, not coming from a point of privilege, my mom encouraged me a lot, to do good and look forward to changing or being the first educated person in our generation. So I'd say that my uncle and my mom played a very big role in sort of getting that person out of me and contributing to the the woman that I am today.
I have to say that I do feel like um, no person is an island, and you definitely do need cheerleaders on the way. Even just to reflect to you that you are on the right path. And it
Yeah.
certainly sounds to me as if you've experienced that, and I'm pleased to hear that's happening.
Mhm.
What is your worst quality?
uh, yeah, I think trusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's could be my worst quality because you know um to trust someone in this journey, it takes a lot, and like I say, we're going through a lot, and trusting someone, it's firstly personally it's not safe. Professionally, you get burned. So yeah, the lack of trust in other people, I would say that's my weakness.
What are you doing to encourage trust um or within you, so people to trust you, and what steps are you taking that is helping you to trust other people a little bit more?
It's obviously one of the biggest, it's not an easy thing because you need to receive trust for you to trust someone. So I've taken that step of giving people a chance, like I was given a chance. So I'm more trying to be aware of my surroundings, and in terms of the first thing that I need to do is give the next person a chance and not judge them by your first interaction, not reading a book by the cover, but opening the book and going through a few pages to see if we can get to that point of trust.
Yeah, I think that certainly what I've seen is that women are sometimes, because we've had it a little bit harder, um we are a little bit harder on other people, and we should probably just let go of some of that angst, and as you say, just open the book, read a few pages, get into it.
Yeah, it
Because
might be nice actually.
exactly, take some time
Yeah,
to get to know people.
yeah.
How has your best qualities and your worst qualities served you professionally? And this is an opportunity really for you to talk about your successes and how these qualities have helped you to achieve those successes.
Hmm. Firstly, I'd say that being resilient is the reason I'm sitting where I'm sitting, and it has helped me work through matters where I just didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it has helped me give my clients the most positive results where they were not, like the VBS matter, like you've said, there was little hope in terms of recovery. We've helped the liquidator recover something to give back to the victims that were selling potatoes by the little streets to get their monies back. So I think just trusting in the process, yeah, both and being resilient.
I think that what's interesting, and as I have these discussions with more women, what is bearing out is that there is, in this particular space within the restructuring and insolvency space, definitely a moral prerogative that goes with what we do. It's, I mean, yes, we study to become lawyers or accountants or whatever, uh, wherever you find yourself within this profession. But really, when it comes down to it, I think we all do it to help other people, and that's certainly what I think drives you, not just from what you're telling me on the podcast, but certainly also from w- just our discussions in general in the passage at the water
Yeah.
cooler. And I
Yeah.
think that is also a great quality of yours, Tandiwe. You have a very sympathetic and compassionate disposure, and I think that goes a long way to generating trust as well. So
Hmm.
thank you for telling us about your VBS success. Has anything ever gone wrong for you professionally, and how did you grow from it?
Having a matter being incorrectly reported, and client panicking and not knowing how to handle client panicking, correcting the narrative that's out there. Yeah, I think for me that has been one of the, like, how do I deal with this, Because there's a lot of narratives out there, and sometimes what is legally right, it's in terms of business, it's reputationally damaging. So balancing that, yeah. I
How,
think
how,
that's where. Mhm.
and do you feel more confident in the softer skills that comes with being a lawyer?
Yes, I'm loving the new and upcoming female lawyers. The fact that now we're not shy to be, we're not shy, we're not trying to lead like our counterparts. We're okay with being leaders who are humble, who are softer, and who are caring. I'm just loving that about the women that we are becoming, and the fact that we are not trying to be harsh, rude, or insensitive to to be competitive. I think that's what
Yeah, I
drives
think
me.
that brings a different dynamic to the table, which in and of itself is an advantage.
Yeah.
Um, what advice would you give your younger self coming into the insolvency and restructuring profession?
Mm, um, be kind
Hmm.
to me and not be hard to me. Um, go out there and sell myself as a brand, you know. Yeah, that's the advice that I'd give my
What
younger self.
what is your brand, Tandiwe?
My brand is that I am one of the Black females that is in this space that is called insolvency and restructuring practice. So that's how I would have loved to sell myself from being a candidate attendant until now. I think I would have been far if I had started at with that pace. Yeah.
Got it. I think that I mean hindsight is 2020. Um, I wouldn't have known that I would end up here either. But what is your brand presently, and what do you want to put out to market?
That I'm the best insolvency attorney.
Cool.
And
Well,
if you want results,
uh-huh.
you know where to find me.
I definitely know that you do achieve results. So thank you so much, Tandiwe. I really appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, see you on the flip side in the hallways.
All right. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Tandiwe.
Right.
I am Nastasha Hardith, and you've been listening to Worksman's Power with an I. To keep up with the Worksman's Power episodes, subscribe on Apple Podcast and follow Worksman's on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter for updates.
Worksman's attorneys. Keep us close.